Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Severance, Season 2, Episode 4. Absolutely wild at the end of the last episode. We got some crazy goat folks. We've got who I think is most likely outie Helly down below causing some trouble. And of course, let's not forget about Mark. Wow.
Well, exactly. I can't wait to see whether it's innie or outie Mark that we're going to be talking to at the beginning of the episode. So I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to find out.
Let's not forget Dylan got to visit his wife, and it was super awkward. Aside from that, yeah, I'm curious as to whether we're gonna like jump right back in with Mark, or they're gonna just kind of go off in another direction and maybe get to it, 30, 40 minutes down the road. So either way, I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we do pick up where we left off with Mark, because that editing and the transition of everything was fantastic. Plus, we need some answers to follow up from that, so I'm hoping we do start off there. Let's go!
You think?
Whoa. The hell?
He's a musher.
What just happened?
Where the f*** are we?
Certainly didn't pick up with Mark.
You want me to come up? Come up? Well, yeah. I'm on the ice. I'm on the ice. Maybe get off of it. Come on.
Maybe.
What was that bunny hop?
Yeah, that was nice. Oh, you did it again.
He probably added that in just for fun.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll keep it.
What the?
It's very steep.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be fun. Nice snowy rocks to climb up.
Devil's
It's not
Lake,
fun
Wisconsin.
answer. It's not.
What's that?
Looks like Devil's Lake, Wisconsin.
I don't know why people go walking up the side of that cliff every summer. Bunch of lunatics. I got about a third of the way up, passed, turned around, went back down.
They just
She's there too.
Where did you come from?
I don't know. What are we doing out here?
Up here. Follow my voice.
Gosh.
Mark!
Well, this is...
Where's the D-man?
Mark. Hey. Are you okay?
nice hat.
You wake up on the ice too? Yeah. What about you?
On the cliff.
Oh,
There he is.
oh. Is it you?
Of course it's us!
Holy shit! Outside!
Hello?
Is that a height chair or a regular chair?
It's like a radio or TV.
Some holding a radio of sorts.
He looks like he's in Spies Like Us.
God, what a great movie.
Doctor.
And doctor.
Oh, it's a
EV with no power cord.
Well,
That we see anyway.
it
Battery.
runs on hopes and dreams.
He's going to say, where's it plugged in?
Is this an old DVD?
Good morning, refiners. This is Mr. Milchick from work, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to your first ever outdoor retreat and team building occurrence.
Oh, the old team building.
You will spend the next 2 calendar days walking the meadows, thickets, brambles, and brooks that make up the Dieter-Egan National Forest.
Dieter-Egan.
Dieter-Egan? Some of you may be quietly yearning to learn more.
Would you like to learn more?
And do remember, stray not from Kier's path, lest you royal nature's wrath.
Oh, got to stay on the path.
There will be help along the way. Happy fortunes, MDR.
No cords anywhere. It's all wireless technology.
So this is interesting. That makes sense now because we started off with the bell, so they're doing like the overtime thing. So that's why Helly didn't land on the ice.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan probably didn't either, but either way.
What the that?
Looks like Mark.
Yeah.
It looks like Mark.
Astute of you.
This is. Oh, he's pointing. Okay.
Yeah.
Was not expecting an outdoor episode.
Or the outdoor episode for the innies.
It's a Severance version
And
of Alone.
no
Intro,
intro.
regular intro.
Just title.
So a 2-day team building. I always hated that team building shit at work.
This doesn't seem like a fun outdoor retreat either.
No,
Hey, we like to be outdoors. Okay.
such nonsense.
We'll put you in cold weather on a cliff.
Well, secluded area that they can't see anybody else.
Some bullshit right here. Waiting for Dylan's glasses to get all fogged up.
Great team building exercise. Only one person got frostbite.
Scissor Cave.
Out there, past them trees.
Dave's got it. He's pointing that way, folks, but he's
Yeah.
cut off.
Man.
Yeah.
Here you guys go. You got to go through a cave you can barely fit through.
Pass. That's just because you get lost.
You'd already be lost, even with the help.
Okay, it's not a video game. If you get lost in a cave in real life, it could be in some deep shit.
Hey, I think we
You leave little,
just saw an
little
Instagram.
corn nuggets on the way
Real
in, or
photos.
breadcrumbs, and some asshole squirrel comes along and eats them. And you're
Look at that paper. What is that, bone?
I was not born into this
quality
world
paper.
alone. The lodgings of my mother's womb I shared with another, a twin brother who was called Dieter.
Kier had a twin. That's what those things are.
You're twins.
In infancy, he was my bosom friend, but as we blossomed into boyhood, he beseeched me to take to the wood with him to live as paupers. My love for my twin unbalancing my judgment, I acceded, and we ventured into the wood towards Rose Hollow.
The name of the episode.
It's a hell of a map.
Oh, wow. Just nice and slow.
Now there's a me one.
What 90% of us would say.
Okay. Pretty sure that it's Outie Helly. I'm wondering if she even knows about like a quarter of this.
Or did she set it up? I mean, who knows?
So, was there going to be any food or drink on this?
It's been like an hour.
It's been longer than an hour for.
Yeah, they showed Nightfall.
Yeah.
They climbed up a mountain.
Does that look for Helly?
Or he's noticing.
I think she might be lying about what her outie saw.
There you go, Irv.
a nighttime gardener.
It's clear you do not have an objective perspective due to your feelings for her. My feelings for her have nothing to do with anything, okay?
What is that?
Well, don't stray from the path.
Whoa.
Something dead?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
Looks like a hippo.
Thought Answer was out of his mind when he said monster.
Why does it look so messed up?
Maybe this is what dead things look like.
We should eat it. I don't know if there's food waiting at the hollow.
Told you.
We don't even know where we are.
They
Oh,
can't
there's a-
let anything happen to us. It's an ORPO, an outdoor retreat team building occurrence, right, Mark?
We don't know what this is. We don't know anything.
Irving, calm down. We all know you had a bad experience last time you were outside.
Who said I had a bad experience? What did you tell him, dumbass?
Let's just get to the hollow.
You know, there was a bird that flew in the background, so there is life there. You know, that's still alive.
They,
What?
what the f- is that?
Those teeth?
That's some.
I don't know. Like at first, too, I was thinking it was maybe a boar.
Yeah.
I had a flipper tail, so it's different.
But yeah, then it has that.
It's a man bear pig.
Oh, you know about man bear pig.
And look at all four of them.
They did this not for team building, but now because like they're already fighting. So they did this to get them to fight more, maybe. Oh, that's weird. We should do a team building exercise where we see
Here's
four of
twin
ourselves.
was always with him.
Ah,
Oh, milkshake.
This is the tallest waterfall on the planet. You have followed the path of Kier and Dieter
On the
and
planet.
reached Wolves Hollow.
The planet.
We're starving, Mr. Milchek.
Are you? I thought the waterfall's grandeur would satiate you.
Satiate.
oh my God.
I'm teasing, of course.
Well, we never
Lumon
know.
will always protect and provide. Right this way.
OSHA requires us to do so.
The tallest one. Really?
Really, the tallest is 30 feet high, huh?
Very interesting.
So is this also talking about how corporations management will always lie to you, but they expect you to believe them?
What do you think, Answer?
Oh no, we got plenty of work coming in.
It's going to be
It's good. Everything's good.
It's good. It's great. It's grand.
Oh, I love camping.
Would you ever want to camp like that though, out in the snow?
Oh, I see. We'll see what kind of tent they're in. What sort of
To
heating
say it's
situation.
definitely a Lumon tent.
Hi-yo.
Oh,
Miss
who's...
Wong has been readying
Oh,
the
of
grill,
course.
for which we brought in copious luxury meats.
luxury meats.
Also, for your comfort and safety, torches, which can provide both a heat and a light source. Double duty.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I got to remember, this is like their first
Yeah.
time seeing this
Pretty
stuff.
cool, right?
Oh,
Yes. Lovely.
He's not.
that's like the most emotion she's shown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's shown some
Irving?
Enter.
ish.
What did you really see during the overtime?
Here we go.
I told you.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It won't change anything.
Kind of will.
Irving.
That's the Audi.
Yep.
Not that.
That's
I mean,
Audi
kind of
voice.
had confirmation way earlier, but confirms it even more.
Okay.
That was the Miss Cobell voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now he knows.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it's Audi Helly.
All right, what kind
I mean,
of
but
recital are they going to have here?
Oh, so just remember that from
Dieter lay
Big Bang
unwashed in
Theory.
his bedroll.
Sheldon playing it.
Though the Hollow's pool was primed for bathing, we ate of the hare we'd caught and told each other rhyming jokes till our gullets ached.
What?
I was looking at him when his eye came out. It popped from the socket, driven by a sudden torrent of pus from his skull.
Oh.
And he reached up to grasp at his hair, which was suddenly moss that tore easily from his bleeding scalp.
Oh.
Good heavens.
And it was here that I first encountered the temporal woe, a gaunt bride, half the height of a natural woman.
This music is making it extra creepy.
She spoke to me directly from her eyes and said, "This is your doing."
This shot.
Now he's no one's brother, only chaos's whore.
What the?
This guy's got a way with words.
Just be safe.
Yeah, just be safe.
The end. Perhaps in the morning we'll have time for the next chapter. Kier and the thieving nanny. The handbook enriches our work with tales of the founder's life. Every word is truth.
Every word. Look at Helly. Can't keep it together.
Helly.
She knows she's busted, so she's playing it up to Irv.
Yeah.
You melted, right?
He turned into the forest because he masturbated. I mean, seriously, that's actually the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Right? He jerked off in front of his brother. And he got punished
Did
for
say it.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
look at her.
He just said it.
Irving's like, I'm not going to fall for it.
The team I thought I knew would have processed more thoughtfully.
He's all pissed because they laughed about it.
Miss Wong, the marshmallows, please.
Those square things we saw. with-
Yeah. The cure marshmallows.
Oh my God.
Throw them in the fire.
Ah, you know marshmallows for you.
Why?
Marshmallows are for team players, Dylan.
Look at
They
this.
don't just hand them out.
Sprinkles are for winners.
What is going on?
Arf.
Good night.
Party is over.
Oh,
I'd be getting the sticks and get those
Oh, yeah.
marshmallows are still good.
They're
yeah,
still
they are.
good.
They're so good.
Just tell us about him.
Who?
The night gardener.
Mhm.
Oh, Irv, come on.
Did he have a flashlight?
Not laughing now.
Yeah.
Using your pupils to make love to her while your outie's wife rots away somewhere.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, you, Irv.
Oh, so it's 3 against 1 now, huh?
Not much of team building
We
exercise.
all know Irving's upset because he can't ever see Bert again. He's really lonely.
Oh, look.
Helly, you are the devil.
The look that Irv has on his face that whole time. With the lighting and everything.
I know this
Perfect.
is
You are not going to convince him otherwise.
no.
Sometimes, yeah, it's still good. Just take the
That
black
blue dye they put on those marshmallows, that's good for you.
Man, I love how intense that got.
Probably carrot.
Yeah.
Deer's penis.
Yeah. Some other root vegetable.
Are you staying?
What's going on here,
Right
Mark?
then.
That was mean of me to say that to Irving.
Is Mark not feeling any effects of what he did? The outside.
You okay?
Sorry if I'm distracting you from
what?
I'm looking for your wife.
It's okay. No, we'll find her. And you've already helped so much.
but I'm into you. I have a wife. I forgot.
Well, my Audi has a wife.
Yeah, my Audi.
I'm an innie. I'm a person too that doesn't have a wife.
What is going on here? Yeah, he's got his own set of feelings.
He's actually trying to lay it on, and she, being Audi,
Well,
she gonna deny. Yeah, she's gonna deny, or she's gonna play the game.
The problem is if there's too much light coming from inside a tent and it's dark outside, then you can see everything happening inside.
She did it.
I learned this in Austin Powers.
Well, she's going along with it.
If
She's dedicated to the mission.
If she's the Audi.
All right.
Well, HR is going to have a problem with that.
Well, she's the boss, so
yeah,
she's going all in. Hey, look, she volunteered to be severed for the company.
Cold Harbor.
Cold Harbor.
Can't have a little bit of fun with Mark in the interest of Cold Harbor.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Committed to the mission.
The next big gala they have, she's pregnant. Like, look, it brought me my biggest bundle of joy of being is severed.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I thought that was like something going to get them too.
Interesting.
It looked like a red blanket of death.
Yeah.
Red blanket of death.
Get away from me.
It's the new Jack.
That's a good.
Is that a space? Oh, they got a space heater in there. Nice.
Wow.
I got a space heater, but are they wearing protection?
Oh,
no.
There goes your torch.
What kind of tent is that?
A Lumon one.
It's a Lumon tent.
Well, like what brand other than
Lumon?
Oh,
I mean, they have Lumon prescriptions or medicine.
Lumon candy, Lumon peanuts.
It's all manufactured off-site and branded.
No, I don't think Kier would allow that.
It's like saying, well, what great value Listerine. We know it all comes from the same.
Oh, come on.
Forgot his hat.
Did we just conceive a child here? Not we.
Well,
Mark?
Why?
Well,
why was that's awfully presumptive?
Well, it's his
don't
innie's
think-
first time.
Yeah,
Just because they got it on doesn't mean she's pregnant all of a sudden.
you are totally avoiding the law of physics with entertainment, Dave.
Biology. That's how that works.
Entertainment, Dave says otherwise.
Okay, we don't know if she's. There's so many variables. And there it is.
A shame that you were an Egan.
I don't care who you are out there.
you might.
Oh, it's starting. It's taking effect for Mark now, finally.
Wow.
What happened?
That title sequence makes sense now. I think
This
it
is
was
outie Mark.
I think it was for a second, and then I think he glitched back. I think it was.
No, I think he just glitched seeing.
If he knows
Gem.
that if he's aware of the outie and innie and he knows that there's a conspiracy, he was going to try to cover right away. Like, oh shit, because he's aware of who Helly is. Remember, if it's one person now.
Did Irv really just stay outside all night?
No hat?
His body in the snow? He's got to be soaked.
Oh, he was
Those are
laying up
aluminum
against
coats. Probably
Waterproof.
Well, he could also wake up in his suit and tie.
It's Gore-Tex.
This has to be like some kind of VR simulation they're in.
this could be a
Dream set. Yeah.
dream sequence, though.
That's going to be the last option.
Yeah.
on my list.
This is gonna
for,
be
for the scene with.
This scene
Oh,
is
just-
clearly
Gotcha.
a dream sequence. Look at the trees.
it's gonna be a rabbit. It's like in the story.
Oh, what's.
It's his office.
That's the desk.
Oh, my God.
It's MDR.
He's got to do some work. What was he going to say on his desk? On the.
Oh, the desk is always there waiting for you. The work is always waiting. Can't get away from
Oh,
it.
we brought you outside to do more work.
Let's see how you like doing microdata refinement in the cold.
Bert! Oh,
See you later.
listen here, Christopher, we need you to walk in just and you're done.
Oh,
Oh, it's from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass. Nope. Hard pass.
Yeah, you just
could
hate it
kick
because
her.
she's a better worker than you are. She's more productive.
Mm-hmm. I like what they did there.
I was
A
prepared.
lot of Egan and a lot of 714.
But he did sleep by the rock.
I didn't even have to turn sideways. See, it's a dream sequence.
That's outie Mark.
It might be.
Yeah, 'cause he doesn't know why he's
He's wondering
there.
what the.
Careful, that's how you twist an ankle.
There, and I think he went with it on that when they were doing the flickering because what else were you? He knows what he was going to go in and out, so he probably just
Ellie?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree.
No,
with you.
you just said.
and his demeanor switched too.
So
Hey,
maybe
where's
we'll
Helly?
find out.
I don't know. Irv never came back last night. He's not in his tent.
What? Mr. Milchick?
Helly left.
Okay, never
Figured
mind.
Something was wrong.
Mark! Dylan, what's happened?
Ellie and Irv are missing.
What's going on?
Is Helly having some internal conflict?
She was kind
What
of.
if Helly
if she was
kind of
being honest?
falling for Mark a little bit?
Or if she's being honest, she doesn't like who she's on the outside and she gets to be somebody different here.
She can always tell the company, "Hey guys, just playing the role."
Oh,
It's like James Bond, just doing what Bond has to do, right?
kid.
Part of being a spy.
Irving,
That's a shot.
What you said to me last night? It was cruel. Helly was never cruel.
Yep. You blew your cover.
outie Helly, about to get made.
So if you're not her, Then who are you? Who would have the power to send their outie to the severed floor?
Oh, shit. Oh.
Helly Egan.
Oh boy.
Like Milchek wouldn't know. Or maybe he, you know. Well,
Mr. Milton!
Oh, he's in a dead sprint compared to Mark.
Yeah, he
Mark's
flew
just like,
away.
running like Seagal over there.
She's an outie!
Oh.
Irving, stop this! She's up! No! She's not Helly! She's an Egan!
Oh, shit.
God damn it, stop doing! Yeah!
Oh! There's the reveal!
Do it, Seth!
It's Milchek. Remove the Glasgow block now.
There you go.
I'm so sorry, Helly.
Had to get you back.
Oh my God.
Irving B. Stand! You have threatened collegial murder in the pond of Rose Hollow. For this, there can be no penalty but immediate and permanent dismissal. There shall be no formal valediction, catered or otherwise.
What?
Your outie will be notified forthwith.
He's going to do it right now.
Just remember, hang in there.
Please refrain from any further speech, as you are no longer authorized to consort with any severed employee, nor they with you. Leave him alone! Turn around!
Dude, if Dylan was down there, he'd be charging Milchek right now.
Yeah, he would.
Walk into the forest.
That was some damn good acting right there by John.
Come on, we can't.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully we get more audio.
Somebody has to interrupt.
May Kier's mercy follow you into the eternal dark.
Just like his painting.
Now.
Oh!
No! I love
Stiller
it.
again. God.
I love it. What a
He
cliffhanger.
directs all the episodes.
Not all.
Not
no.
all of them, but
He
just
directs
some.
them all. They have different writers.
Yeah.
Well, no, but
One writer, but Ben is in and out of directing.
yeah.
Oh,
Tramel Tillman, you are crushing it as Milchek.
oh, milkshake.
God.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So Erickson didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
thought it was all him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually,
Love.
hit him with the axe.
Love how they burned us on that cliffhanger. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, so many different ways to look at it. I know, Diamond Dave, I know you and I might disagree as to what exactly happened with Mark in the tent. For me, I think he flickered back and forth there briefly between Innie and Outie Mark, and I think he reverted back to Innie Mark.
Yeah,
that's what I think he stayed, if nothing else, because of his reaction to Helly later on. But I could be wrong.
I agree with you now because when he was in the tent, he was saying Mr. Milchek, and he was being Innie Mark.
Yeah.
So, but the way he woke up confused, like,
Yeah, at first that threw us for
that kind of made me feel like it was out.
Oh, I thought he was just confused because Helly was gone.
That's probably what it was.
Which is what it ended
That's
up
probably
being.
what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, but
So-
but nonetheless, a ridiculously crazy episode that I don't think any of us thought that we'd be watching
Did
an
we
episode
really
of Alone here with our crew from Severance. Used to seeing them in the nice office setting. But yeah, the old play on the team building exercises with the company. I'm surprised they didn't have a pizza party while they're at
Popcorn cart.
Popcorn
If you work
cart.
for a Fortune 500 company, you get the popcorn
Got
cart.
some donuts in the break room, some muffins.
That's better than popcorn cart, dude. Hey, you guys had a busy nonstop day, nothing but work, not a single catch your breath. Tell you what, got the little popcorn cart we're
Coming
gonna roll
around.
Just make sure you clock out when you go to get your popcorn and
the
then
old
clock back
Fortune
in.
500
You know, it's 100
popcorn
degrees
cart.
out and you're working, so here's an ice cream sundae.
Oh yeah, but nonetheless, I think I would love to hear what some of your experiences were at your jobs with some different team building exercises you may have done, and
Are they as fun as this?
how many times you and your coworkers looked at each other with the old eye roll. But nonetheless, a completely wild episode that just, again, adds something completely different to this show. I believe Irv is gone. Certainly any Irv is gone. Absolutely. Will they ever find outie Irv? Who knows? That's, to be determined, or what's outie Irv even going to feel when he wakes up and
I was going to say,
finds out
technically
he's
outie
terminated.
Irv is right there. So innie goes, but outie Irv is right there. So he's going to be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, and I've, who knows? They get some kind of weird, have some team come in with masks and transport him out of there or something. Who knows? I'm sure we'll maybe find
Escorted
out. Who
off
knows?
by security.
By two security workers when you do a real good job of getting fired. But, okay, enough with the personal stories. Look,
No.
fantastic episode. Not as I thought we would be getting more. Like I thought once they did the operation, or once the woman did the Asla, whatever her name was, I forget. Anyways, I thought once she did the operation to Mark, I thought that was going to be it. Like he was now one person now is kind of the way I read that, but certainly didn't seem to be the case. The whatever Lumon does is still taking an effect on Mark. So he's not quite full blown one person yet. He still has the innie and the outie. So that was pretty cool. You were right, Answer. We did see Mrs. Huang had a little bit of personality there and actually smiled and laughed for a moment there. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, just the fact that Irving called Helly out on it and knew she was an Egan, and that scene, by the waterfall was just ridiculous. And again, just building on what's already a pretty wild ride. And what do we have? I assume 10 episodes this season, I think.
10, 9 first, 10 this one.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was episode 5. We're at the halfway point. We're at the halfway. Yeah, but I'm saying we'll be on the halfway point with the next episode. So I imagine things are going to be getting even more wild. But yeah, did not expect an alone into the wild episode here, but it was a lot of fun and some pretty crazy stuff for sure.
He's looking up who that was for us to find out real quick. Right there.
Yeah, Asal. That's
because I was looking forward to that, but I am definitely not disappointed with this episode. It was amazingly shot, amazingly done, amazingly edited. The sound design, the lighting, especially with fire, with like I said, with Milkshake, having, like you alluded to it, but I thought it too when they had him reading, looking, and they had the fire, and it was coming from up, the camera shot from up,
the cinematography
looking up above. I thought was just amazing. But yeah, I've never personally had to go on like a retreat for a team meeting like this, but I would not imagine I would want to like go into the middle of the freaking wintry woods and have to climb a mountain just to watch the video.
No, you just want to go home.
Yeah, I'd just be like, I'm just sitting right here.
I'm here to make money, not friends.
That too, but also another great episode that with Irving. Obviously his innie is more than likely gone, but we'll probably get more with his outie, especially since the previous episodes where Bert was looking at him when he was in the phone booth. So with that moving forward, we're going to see hopefully them two come together and maybe they figure something out as well about Lumon. Or even if somehow he'll, because he's there right now, he could theoretically turn around and see Mark, Helly, and Dylan as an outie. So then he could maybe find Mark on the outside and then maybe have discussions with him.
Unless this whole thing is some Matrix simulation and they're just jacked into a chair and they're not actually in the wilderness. Who the hell knows? Is it that far-fetched?
No, I didn't get that at all.
This whole show could be that.
I mean, the open was them standing, we'll go from Irv's perspective. Standing right there, we got the ding, to show us that, hey, now you went from an outie to an innie right here on this ice. Same with Helly in
at
the
the end.
water.
Yeah.
You heard the ding, boom.
And that scene too, right there, was intense. That was just great by both Helly and Irving. Just turn her back. I know that's not her, because like I was pretty much on par with you guys with thinking of what it was, pretty much the outie that was in there. But part of me was like, well, maybe she doesn't like the fact of who she is on the outside,
Yeah.
so that's why he's like, well, yeah, I didn't really do much. I talked to Gardner because she didn't want to let them know that actually, guys, I'm a pretty big deal. Like I'm like huge. I know. I know the CEO. Yeah, especially if she's an effing mole. So like that was just an amazing scene that I think really it's been one of the. I mean, it's got to be one of the top scenes of the series so far. Just this back and forth and the yelling and the reveal, and especially where she said, "Effing GD Seth, do it!" And right away they're all
Seth?
they're like, whoa, just call it Seth because obviously otherwise she would call him Milchek. But yeah, especially when he like was kind of watching her early on, and since the first episode back, and then her like making the joke about the fairy tale or the stories, and like she was, and I love how they made it that she was so over the top about it that's why it worked, and that's how he could easily tell like, all right, now she's laying on way too thick. So it was just a great show. I cannot wait to see where we go from here. Just amazing.
I loved the stare down between Irving and Milchek.
Oh God,
too.
it was
Irving was
epic.
like he was almost like I beat you at your own game, and you're not anything special. Like I was waiting for that.
Yep.
And it was perfection.
I'm curious now, and I don't know if you guys feel the same, if there was any little subtle looks between Helly and Milchek now, anytime they were in a scene together.
Yeah.
Because if not,
If we go back,
Milchek,
Yeah, he
is just a
played
goddamn
it off.
great poker player.
He played it off like he
poker
didn't know.
face for that guy.
Yeah.
All day long.
That's why I think he's crushing it as.
Oh yeah, this actor,
Milkshake.
fantastic.
He is doing amazing. Wow.
Look, we kicked it off with me saying, hey, are we going to get the immediate follow-up? Because they've done that to us before in previous episodes where they leave us with a big cliffhanger and you think, okay, they've got to pick up next time. And like, nope, the show starts. That's not to say it doesn't start off very interesting or keep you every bit as intrigued. But yeah, I wasn't sure that we were going to get right into it with Mark. Very interesting the way they wrote this one with Mark and Outie Helly hooking up, because it was like, okay, yep, she's fully committed. She's got to go in and kind of do the job, but you kind of felt like she was getting into that role a little bit too much.
Do you think there was any truth to what she was saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, she realized
incident moment.
Yeah,
well,
in the tent.
I
yeah,
think what's
she's like, I
happening
didn't
is
like who I was.
I think once you put her on the inside, it's like you realize, like, not oversimplify. Hey, these are people too. Like, we're severing these people and saying, like, okay, on the outside you get to be whoever, right? But on the inside, they know very well. You clock into work, you clock out, you clock back in. Your life, that person, the innie's life is literally, for all they know, nonstop work. That's it. Mm-hmm. There's no sleep. There's no break. There's no nothing. It's just work. For them, basically 24 hours a day, work. And they justify it. And you'd think like, yeah, there's a reason why people on the outside think it's terrible. It's like you're subjecting a person to just nothing but work. Now, I would like to mention, which is an interesting thing, I wonder what sort of health impacts, and I was just thinking about this like here, because you're, of course, when we're talking about, hey, Helly might be pregnant now, and what if it was innie and outie? But on the flip side of that, one, I wonder if they make the outies. This might be over hypothesizing, but I wonder if they would make a female outie like agree to some sort of birth control or something like that, because you can't guarantee the innies aren't going to at some point.
What they're going to do.
Goes back to the first season where they did have that happen, where the innie got pregnant and outie wanted to know how it happened.
Yeah. I mean, so you're wondering that, but I wonder if Helly, again, isn't seeing like, okay, these are real people with feelings and whatever, and we're just putting them to work. Essentially, they know nothing other than work. Literally just ding, back to work, ding, back to work. Oh, well, the outie, and they like to say to the people, look how happy the innies are. They get, parties and stuff like this. Now, granted, if your innie doesn't know anything of the outside world, would they, if that's all they knew was work, would they be, depressed or upset or whatever? There's a lot, again.
Can't miss it if you don't have it.
That's exactly it. And we've talked about, this, not super extensively, but enough on, on previous episodes about the morality of it all and everything like that. And again, if they're not missing it, but so look, this was another wild episode, but that's what I think. I think outie Helly is starting to feel a little bit guilty for everything that's happening. And if she's even a halfway decent person, you would, seeing like what really goes on down there, especially because she knows how she went back and watched all the tape. She knows how she watched every minute of it. She knows how miserable her innie Helly was,
and what she was willing to go through.
And what she was going through. So, this is a very interesting episode. The acting, Irv's, John Turturro, just, his best role since the Jesus from The Big Lebowski.
Nobody messes with the Jesus.
Nobody messes with the Jesus. Again, I continue to be blown away with this. I love the outdoor retreat and stuff like that, the different environment it put them in. Again, milkshake, trying to be like, hey, look, we've got all the succulent meats you can eat. And if that was the word they used. But and creepy oversized square marshmallows, which, by the way, don't ever buy the jumbo marshmallows for s'mores. It's too big of a mess. A free tip. But yeah,
maybe some people like the mess, Dave.
No, I mean a big mess.
Maybe some people like that.
Like
trying to take away their joy.
Yeah,
do it at your own guy. Tell you what, if you're going to do it, have a bag of the regular marshmallows along with you, or cut them in half.
Some Milchek over here telling you to have a party.
He's going to take them from you.
Yeah, another great episode. Look, I like the way they're playing it out. They gave us a little bit right at the end of Mark kind of glitching over, and I do it like in the moment I was like, well, if he did flip over, he would know that he's there, right? He would understand that this is his innie, and like maybe it would take him a half second, like, oh shit, yeah, I got to act now. So that's why I thought for a second. But then when they gave us the next morning, it was like, okay, no, this is still, we're starting to see
Gemma and Helly.
the overlap. And they've done it where it's like, okay, we're going to backtrack a little and whatever. We don't know how long it takes for this to have its full effect. But yeah, they're basically, I'm curious to see how they're going to play things forward with Bert. If all of a sudden just outie Bert wakes up and he's in that environment and they're like, oh, yep, your innie did some stuff that was, broke some code. So we got to have you escorted out by 2 security guards. But yeah, another phenomenal episode for me. And, unlike season 1, like every episode in this season, there's no letting off the gas. It's just more and more and more.
Yeah, folks, if you could let us know what that animal was. Well, assuming it wouldn't be a spoiler, let us know. But if it is a spoiler, just pass. Don't tell us.
Well, it's interesting because it looks
like it could be a seal.
Well, if you look at its head, if we
I
go
know
back,
when it comes to that spot,
then it looks like it has a tusk.
Tooth. Yeah.
That looks like a bear's. That looks like a bear's nose.
Man bear pig.
That looks like a bear's nose. But if you go back a little bit further, then it looks like right when they did the first close up of its head. That's why I said hippo, because it looked like a broad snout, and that's why it said manatee afterwards. But who knows what sort of.
Yeah, either way, I'm just curious. But if it ends up being a spoiler, then I don't want to know. Mm-hmm. But, the first 15 minutes of this, I was kind of like, okay, they're doing a lot of walking here. And it did look like I'd have to go back and look. It did look like they showed like it was a nighttime already. And then, no, that was the cave.
Yeah, we're in the cave. I think that was only
either way.
It
was only because they said 2 days, right? So and then cloudy. Either way, I was wrong on that.
They were gonna be out there for 2 days, but
it was one night. So either way, the first 15 minutes, I was like, man, they're doing a lot of walking here. Very, I don't want to say slow burn, but the pace was intentionally slow. But that's because we went that, probably around the 22-minute mark. Give or take of the episode. Either way, still a banger. I'm curious now because when these guys were talking, I watched that ending again with Irv, and we've seen, and I'm not comparing the two shows, but Walking Dead, right? They usually do a fantastic see you later when a character's death comes, right?
Big send off.
This felt like we saw an end of a hero's journey of sorts for Irv. So I'm curious now, because the way they did that at the end, having that stare down one final time for Irv, and then the walk, and then the slow pan in until it went cut to black. I'm like, oh man, maybe that was Severance way of by any Irv. So I'm really hoping, now on the next episode, we kind of open there to see what the results were. Now, I'm sure Milchek is 100% correct on the rules that he was spitting off there, but I'm keeping in mind Cold Harbor, give Mark what he wants, kind of thing. But if Milchek had that happen, is there no reversing it now? Because is there a special turnoff for that we're just not aware of, or went over our heads on something? So those are the kind of things that are going through my mind right now, at least from the ending standpoint. Now, there were a lot of obvious signs, right, about Helly being outie Helly, but we weren't 100%.
I was. I'll say it.
We'll say
I was
99%
100% confident.
We'll say 99.9% sure.
Yeah, I've been saying it for the last 3 episodes that it was outie Helly. What are we talking about here?
So
check the tape.
Quinn was the one.
Check the tape. I've been saying
I'm
it.
being nice here. Jeez.
It's not well, and that look, I'm not trying to brag here. They made it pretty obvious.
They did.
The first episode when she
That's
came
what I was
back,
saying, like,
the awkward
did.
hug. They made it so obvious that it was
and
outie
the
Helly.
Night Gardener. That was the other one, right?
But the hug was the instant one. Like, oh, that's outie Helly.
Yeah. So now that we got Helly, and the way that Irv had to go, well, any Helly, the way that Irv had to go about it to force their hand was fantastic. Just sucks that Helly had to wake up in the water like that for that to happen. So now it's going to be fun to see how they give us the story for Helly to play catch up on, because there's a lot that has went down.
Why am I here?
Yeah, like, wow. Last I remember, I was on stage, and now I'm waking up with Irv drowning me.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? So that's going to be cool to see, again, with the whole innie and outie flickering there with Mark. That's where I was a little hung up there, but I kind of explained that in the beginning of the review. But then, yes, with him waking up, it was like, oh, where's Helly? Not, oh, how did I get here? It was where's Helly?
Do it.
Do it, Seth. God, that line's gonna ring through my head for a while. Just phenomenal acting in this whole thing.
Channel. Do it.
Seth. Of course, the cinematography was fantastic in here. I'm curious to find out if they were in episode 3 at the very ending there, if that was just, hey, this is what it's going to be. We're not going to give you really anything until the time's right, a couple episodes down the road, maybe even season 3. Obviously, you guys probably know. But are we going to experience now just flickering, and that's how we get to intake the story now without any further detail until the time's just right? Or how is that going to keep playing out? Because that was pretty interesting, and the timing on that and how everything's going to work for Mark moving forward. Because for me, in my head, I keep thinking the side effects for what happened to Petey. But I know she said, I'm better at it now, or paraphrasing whatever she said there. But basically, I'm getting better at it. So that leaves hope for me to think that, all right, it's whatever little side effects that Mark may experience, she's able to at least probably get ahead of it before it gets really bad. Again, I feel like if Dylan was down there when Milchek was doing his dialogue, I have a feeling Dylan would have just
taken him out,
just ran him over like a freaking tackle on a football field there. So I'm Dylan.
Well, I'm afraid they're going to take out outie Irv, because we need to have some kind of payoff of Irv and the black ooze, right? And then maybe Lumon doesn't like loose ends.
Yeah, but that was the innie Irving that was getting the black ooze.
But
he was painting that exports hall.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
Did he talk other than other than Bert's colleague, did he talk to anybody else about that hallway? Like, did he talk to any of those three?
Yeah, but you're still the same person.
Well,
when
even
it
if
was
he's talked to
starting,
Helly
it
about
was
it,
starting to
doesn't matter.
merge. You know, the innie and outie was starting to merge a little bit. On
Well,
maybe,
hopefully
so.
That's probably what it was too with the paintings. And when the paintings came into play, I think that's when it was like, hey, this is what it's about.
And Irv already had like a map of where like Bert
Yep.
was and some other of his other colleagues. So
Yeah, and I do think Helly's kind of like confession-ish in the tent to Mark there was real, because I feel like when she's out there around all those people, it's pure business. Get it done, however you need to get it done. Now that she's actually around just normal, we'll just say normal innies, just trying to figure out some stuff and having this kind of life, she's not pressured.
Well, yeah,
except for
her
just
whole
to
life
being,
is predetermined when she's an outie because she's an Egan. So her whole life is already decided.
there's an
and
expectation.
even when they went and saw the goats, did Helly even know about that? Like,
I'm
what
wondering
does-
if she
what does
knows about
all
half.
know about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe this is all a new experience for her, but she actually has to not show like a full,
Yeah.
like what the fuck are we doing?
First day at work here, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, even just the way that Milchek treats people, like, oh, you laughed at this story, so we're gonna burn your marshmallows. Like, this is how you treat these people. Now, mind you, Helly knows that this is all these people are subject matters. Oh, it's Cold Harbor. We're studying these people. They're like human lab rats, basically, in many regards. And like, hey, we just want marshmallows. We're just hanging out here, and you're going to throw them in the fire because somebody made a joke about a weird story. It's like she might have felt some real guilt there, because how well does Helly really know Seth? How well does he really wow, this is how you treat people all the time?
Seth as an employee.
Yeah. So
Well, I would like to think just by her saying, "Do it, Seth." Do it, Seth.
GD, do it, Seth.
I have to imagine there's a lot of off-camera
Yeah, there's probably a relationship
that we don't,
on both
that we
sides.
don't know about
You will
as an audience right now. But at least
I
that's
wonder if there's,
my guessing.
There's going to be some problems with Outie, Helly, and Seth now. Hey, what took you so long? She had to yell, God damn, do it.
I wonder if we're going to get a follow-up on that. Like,
On
hey,
them on the outside.
he was going to take me, and you waited till what, the last second?
Yeah.
Waited for
Or-
me to finally be like, Seth,
Well,
do
he had to wait for the orders. She probably told him, "Hey, you don't switch me back under no circumstances." And
Well, the fact that she said,
been another-
God damn it, Seth, that was like, not like, okay, do it now, Seth, do it now. It's like, God damn it,
This is
do
the
it. Like,
signal,
that
Seth.
was like, that was like, hey, what's taking you so long? So,
Yeah.
can't believe they
Again, another banger of an episode. Really, and I love how the cliffhanger just wants more going into it. And again, all the storylines going into it. Can't wait.
This keeps getting better and better and better. So for Appleton, Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.